Good fish. Oh, what? There it is. I knew there was an aggressive fish out there. Fish. Might be a pretty good one.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. So this one actually ended up being a ton of fun. There's this church that I drive by all the time that's not too far from where I live, and I've been meaning to stop at it for a while now because there's a few little ponds on the property that look real decent. I ended up stopping and got into some pretty good luck with the bass. So if you guys want to see how that went, I'm not going to say a ton about it and spoil it, but go ahead, stick around, stay tuned, and check it out.
All right, guys, I am out at this little church pond that I've actually had my eye on for quite a while now, and there's actually two other ponds on this property. So if we don't have too much luck at this first one, I'll probably move around and try the other ones too. But the water in this first one is actually a little bit more clear than I was expecting. It's been pretty stormy, so I was thinking it was going to be like chocolate milk, but it's a little more like iced tea in here, just a little bit stained. So I tied on a slightly more natural bait. I've just got this Christy Craw on, and I believe the color watermelon candy. Not exactly sure on the color because I got this one out of the bargain bin at Walmart, and those ones don't have the labels on them, so I'm not really sure. But anyway, just got this Texas rigged with a 16th ounce bullet weight and I think a 4/0 wide gap. Gonna whip this out there and hopefully we can get some bass today. This looks like a pretty bassy little pond. Fish in here. Oh, nice fish, nice fish. Let's go. Guys, that's crazy. I bent over because I saw this crankbait on the ground and I was like, oh, somebody else has been fishing here. And when I did, a solid bass bit. Let's go. I have my net right here. I don't know why I didn't use it. Wow, guys, talk about a good first impression. I'm about 10 minutes into fishing this spot for the first time ever, and we already got a bass like this on the board. Definitely cannot complain about that. What a beauty. This thing is healthy and nice. Let's get it back in the water. No! Wow, that was a good fish. No! Guys, what? There it is. I knew there was an aggressive fish out there. This thing's been toying with me for like 5 minutes. That's like the third time it bit. Real nice little hook set too, right on the side of the jaw. Well, this one's a tiny bit smaller than the first one, but still a pretty nice little largemouth bass. Not mad about this catch at all. Let's get him swimming. Well guys, I decided to walk over to one of the other ponds and try my luck over here, but the water in this one is actually quite a bit more muddy than that first pond. So I decided to tie on a black and blue Sakoshi bug, and I'm gonna try my luck with this. Just a real awesome little, it's actually technically a Ned bait made by 10,000 Fish, but I've got it Texas rigged with a 2-aught wide gap because it's the smallest hook I had, and I've just got a 1/8 ounce bullet weight on there to keep it near the bottom. So gonna drag this around and hopefully something wants this out of this second pond. There's a huge turtle right there. Fish. Might be a pretty good one. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, guys. At least as good as the first one, I think. Or at least close. It's fighting hard. Skew! All right. Wow, guys. I just barely had that guy hooked by the skin of the lip. I should not have bank flipped it like I did, especially since I have my net. But man, what a nice healthy bass. Wow guys, what an absolutely gorgeous South Florida largemouth bass. This thing is a chunk. I'm not sure if it's the longest of the day, but it is definitely the fattest and healthiest, and one of the fattest and healthiest I've caught in the South. Let's get him back in the water. All right guys, I am absolutely loving these ponds right now. I think I'll cast around the Sakoshi bug at least a little bit more here and see if we could catch at least one more bass before I call it a day. Is that a fish? No way.
Today's video is brought to you by the like button. Just go ahead and click that like button for me real quick if you enjoy this video, guys. It just takes a second and it helps me out a ton. It'll really boost my visibility in the algorithm and just help me get these videos out there to more people. Hopefully get my views up. Maybe eventually even monetize this channel and get some bigger, better videos out there for you guys. So like I said, if you enjoy this content, please go ahead, hit that like button. It helps me out a ton, guys, and I really appreciate it. Now back to the action.
It's not huge or anything, but that bass bit as soon as my bait landed, guys. That was really cool. Man, these fish are fired up in here. This thing's only like a pound maybe, and it is just freaking out. What a fight for a 1-pounder. Oh my God, guys. I mean, if even a 1-pounder, I can't believe this thing just put up the fight it did. What a beast of a little guy. Well guys, this is easily the smallest bass of the day by a long shot too, but it put up a better fight than at least one of those bass I caught that was twice its size. Pretty cool. Let's put them back. Man, that thing was just all fired up. Awesome. Hell yeah, guys, that was back-to-back casts. With the fish so fired up in here right now, I gotta take at least a few more casts, see if we could pull in one more. I know I said I'd probably just get at least one more before I left a minute ago, but we gotta keep going after that. Good fish. Oh, what? I think that's a tilapia. It is. It's a big tilapia. Hit the Ned rig. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice tilapia, actually a pretty cool little catch, and I really wasn't expecting it on the Ned rig. I really should keep this so it's not in there competing with the bass and eating their eggs and stuff, but I just don't really feel like taking it home and butchering it and all that, so I'm gonna go ahead and release this one, I think. Well, it's the next morning now, guys, and originally I wasn't really planning on coming here 2 days in a row, but I ended up being so impressed with this spot yesterday, I decided to come back out today and try my luck again. I'm gonna start off this morning with this Zoom Super Fluke in the color Smokin' Silver. It's basically just black with silver flakes, so should be pretty decent in this muddy water. I'm gonna send it around and hopefully I could trick a bass or two into thinking it's a bait fish. Oh, I missed it. That was crazy, guys. I just missed a bass, and then it came back for it like 2 seconds later, and it hammered it again. Very aggressive little largie. Well, it might be a little on the smaller side, but still a real healthy, beautiful little largie. Let's get him swimming. Come on, but it's not. My hook set sucks. I gotta reset it. There it is. That was a better hook set. Oh, it's a baby, that's why. Just dinged so far today, guys. This guy took the hook real bad though, so I'm gonna get him back in the water as quick as I can. I was getting a little bit bored throwing around the fluke, so I decided to switch it up again, and I threw on this Yum beaver bait in the color Junebug. I haven't tried Junebug in these ponds yet, so we'll see if they're interested in this. Let's get it out there and see how it goes. Fish. Pretty decent one. Not bad at all. All right, guys, this is a much bigger bass and a lot closer to the quality we're looking for. He absolutely hammered the beaver bait. Beautiful fish. Let's get it back in the water. I just stepped over to that last pond here that I hadn't tried yet for quite a while, and unfortunately it pretty much sucked compared to these first two. So I'm back over to the other ones, and I'm gonna take a few more casts over here, see if I could get into some more decent bass in these ponds. Something bumped it. Come on, come back. Come back for it. There's a fish there, but the hook set's weak. I gotta reset it. All right, I think I'm on now. It's a smaller fish. My hook sets have sucked today. All right, though. Finally got another one. That was a real slow spell. I kind of regret going over to that other pond because I fished a lot of the good part of the morning when it was still kind of cool over there and didn't even get a fish. But anyway, there we go. Decent tiny little largie, but I will take it. Fish. Decent one. Not huge, but maybe like 2 pounds or so. All right. Probably not even 2. Just fighting real hard. All right, guys. Like I said, it's obviously not very big or anything, but man, did this little bass put up a good fight. Pretty happy I caught this one. I was actually just about to leave after I caught the last one, and then I thought, what the hell, I'll take a few more casts and see if I could get one more, and it worked out. So definitely can't complain about that. Let's put this dude back in the water, and I think we'll pack it up and call it a day.
Well, as y'all could see, that ended up being an awesome little spot. Ended up getting into some beautiful bass, some pretty good numbers, even got that pretty nice tilapia on the Ned rig, which was a really interesting surprise. I would say on a first impression, just being there for those 2 days I was there, that's probably one of my favorite smaller pond spots in the area, and I will definitely be back there for more. Awesome quality little fisheries, just couldn't have been happier with the way things went. So hope you guys liked it too. Thanks again for sticking around and checking out the whole video. I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.